Well, we're going to dive right into a game of Race for the Galaxy. Of course, we're playing the Gathering Storm with the robot. They ended up with the Ancient Race, which is world number 6, and I ended up with Doom World as my start world, which is world number 8. I like Doomed World, and it's a good start for me. Strangely enough, I had all 6 cards in my opening option were develop cards, so I've got 4 develop, and that's it. Yeah, so I've kept those, and we're going to dive right in. I realize you can't see everything clearly. The discard pile's over here, of course, and so forth, but we're just going to forge ahead. There's the little gray token that is representative of the Ancient Race, and clearly these guys are going to be trying to cash out with victory points. With the pile is right over here a little bit to my left. Alright, so what do I want to do? Well, I think I will start with a little bit of digging. So we're going to look for, we're going to explore. And I think we are going to develop because I could put out investment credit, or I could possibly start thinking in terms of military, which, yeah, I don't know. I do have good luck with military, but we'll have to see. Alright, let's see what the robot does as a reaction. So, the robot's going to take a ×2, consume, and they are also going to develop. Alright, well, I get to look at 1 extra card because of Doomed World, so that means I get to look at 4. And I get to keep 2. I'm going to get rid of Diversified Economy, I think. And it's a little early for me to start thinking this way, so I'm going to get rid of... But then I don't have any world. Oh yes, I do have a world. Okay, so we'll get rid of those. Alright, I don't have great cards. I don't have cards right now that are telling me what to do, so I've got to keep digging to figure that out. Alright, the robot reacts. They didn't pick it, so all they do is draw a card to their draw pile. And they're done. Over to me. I get to develop. Now, the Interstellar Bank is tempting, but I get to place this for no cost. So since I have so many developments, I'm going to place that in investment credit, and I'm done. The robot also chose that. No credit yet. I'll play the simple mode, by the way, so only one of these markers is going to be in play. But they don't get one of those. They did choose it, so they draw, and they're going to look for a development of their own, and they got one. Not too bad, not too bad. And it's not a 6, so that's all done as well. And then over to our consume phase. There's nothing for me to do, and there's nothing for them to do in a sense of collecting, but their economy will go up by 1. Alright, that's it. Turn 2. Well, I might keep it the same. I think I'll explore and hope to get some indication about direction for my cards. And it is tempting to go with the Expedition Force. But the Interstellar Bank, you know what, almost all of these, heck, mining robots, I've got Destroyed World even, but I don't want to get into a battle of produce consume with the robot. That's usually a recipe for disaster. So let's play. Well, let's play what? Let's just go ahead with what I've got. All right, so they're gonna follow suit with that, and they're gonna come over to here. All right. So once again, I get to look at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 because of my Doom World Explorer bonus, and I get to keep 2. Well, maybe this is going to be the one. Got to start developing something. I'll keep Mining League just in case, and I think the rest of this is just going to be fodder, so we'll get rid of those. Okay, and the robot follows suit by drawing 1, and their credit goes up by 1. That's done. Now I'm going to develop at the cost of -1, so I can put in any of my, I can put any of these in for free. Any of these can go in for free. Well, why don't we start with, see if I commit to that, then I'm sort of committing to military, even though I do get the extra explore. That will come. Let's throw Interstellar Bank down there. All right, nothing more for us to do. They didn't choose it. They do have credit, so they draw for a development. And they didn't get one. All right. Gonna slow play this game, I guess. All right, so back over to consume. I've got nothing, obviously. So, what do they do? Well, they get 2 more on their credit score, and they get 1 times that. So they're going to get 1 times their economy. So that is done. Okay. Turn 3. I still really don't have clear direction here. I'm going to do the same thing. And hopefully I'll just be able to break out more at the end. Okay, robot and the star, or the asterisk. So the robot goes first, and the robot wants to consume, and the star comes across and will develop. So it's up to me. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Again, I get to keep 2. I think these 2. I could go for the rare commodity here, the rare product. I'm not sure. That's the brown one. But I don't know how much time I'm going to have. Okay, they didn't choose it, so they put 1 in their draw pile. Moving on to develop. I'm going to go with the mining robots, which actually costs me nothing. Because I already get the bonus for that, and I get that bonus for that, so there's no cost. I do draw a card right there from Interstellar Bank. Export duties, that's okay. I'm done, and that means the robot goes. Lots of credit there, so the robot's going to get the 6 marker and is going to lose 2 credit for that. Over to here, once again, I've got nothing to consume. The robot gains back the 2 credit it just lost and gets 1 times its economy. So that's a 2nd experience point, and the robot's turn is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't really have a lot of good cards. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper here by choosing the other Explorer option. And I'm going to... I wonder if I should put the Mining League in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. It cost me 4 to put the Mining League in. I would put in that. 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's do it. I'm going to put the Mining League in. Alright, let's see what the robot does. Alright, so first is that, and the second one is that. So, I am looking for 2 plus 5 is 7, 8 cards, and I get 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Was that the mining conglomerate? Mining robots. Do I want the mining? Oh, I do have a mining conglomerate. Okay, so I get to keep 1. So we'll say no, 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 no. Okay, we're just gonna keep a novelty world. It's probably just gonna be fodder, but that's fine. Alright, so that's it for my turn. The robot gets their turn. They didn't choose it, so they get 1 card to their draw pile. Now we move on to develop. Let's do it. This is going to cost me 4 because I get the bonus for choosing it, -1. So let's discard 4. I did have them picked out. I guess they're at the back. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get Mining League, and I get get to draw a card because of that. So I've got the mining conglomerate. I got to get the mining conglomerate out because I'm going to get an extra 2 for that. So that's good. So I'm going to, that's it for me. If I was playing a medium difficulty, the robot would get another 6 counter, but I'm not playing that way. So the robot instead gets to draw a card and look for development. They got one right off the top. It's a low scoring one, so that's good. I'm happy about that. It's not a 6. Turn over, move over to consume. Once again, I've got nothing to consume. I don't have any product at all at this point. So the robot maxes out their credit and gets 1 time their economy for another victory point. All right. I don't think this is going that well, but I guess we'll see. At some point, I need to break in there with with at least these 2 bad boys. Okay, is now the time? I'm going to say yes, it is, because I can pay for that, and that's only going to cost me 1. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. We're going to develop and settle at the same time. All right, the robot is doing something familiar to us. So the robot goes here, which will work for me because by then I'll have a planet down. And they are also going to settle. No cards are drawn. It's my develop phase. The only one I have in mind is the mining conglomerate, which is going to cost me 1 because of my bonus here. So let's pay out the alien race, or the alien robot sentry. Plus, I do get a card, which isn't helpful for me. I get Merchant World. And is that it for my bonuses? I believe it is. So I'm done. The robot didn't choose it. Does have credit. So the robot's looking for another development and doesn't have one. So that's good. Moving on to settle. I am going to settle. I'm going to play out Destroyed World, and I'm going to get a, it's a planet with a halo, so I get a commodity for it. It's going to cost me 1, and I'm going to play Merchant World out for that. And I did choose it, so I get the bonus of a card draw. And that's it for me. The robot did choose it, so they draw 1, 2, 3, looking for an ordinary world. That's military. That's ordinary. So, all right, would have been nice to get away with that one too, but we didn't. So moving over to consume, I get to use my consume powers in any order. So, what do I have for consume powers? Well, I can discard this rare for 1 experience, or I can discard 2 rares for 3, but I don't have 2 rares, so looks like we're going to get rid of that commodity for 1 experience. So this one's mine. I probably won't have a lot, so we'll just put it there. And I am done. And the robot, credit is maxed out. They get 1 time their economy, so we add another victory chip, and that's it. The turn is over. Well, let's dig deep again and maybe colony ship, because then colony ship will allow me to place Galactic Studios. Not that I really need it. Maybe I'll find a rare world here. Let's hope for that. Oh, you know what? I didn't need to pay anything for Destroyed World because of this. And I did. I paid 1. In fact, I think I remember which one it was. It was Merchant World. So I'm going to take it back. I am indeed going to take it back. So, because of this, friends, just so you see, it's -1 for me to play a rare world, and I did. So, I didn't take my bonus. So there's my bonus. All right, error fixed. Alright, let's stick with that and put out the colony ship. Then once I do that, I'm going to have 8 cards in play. This is going to come out eventually. But I really, really, really need to find some good rare worlds. Alright, so we're digging deep. Let's see what the robot does. So first of all, the robot wants to consume again. And also, that could work to my advantage. Alright, so I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, with my bonus from Doomed World is 4, and I get to keep 2 of these. Nothing helpful to me, so I will keep, it doesn't really matter, I will keep these 2 and discard those 2. The robot gets to add 2 to its draw pile. And now my plan was to put the colony ship into play, which acts a lot like Doomed World. Is going to let me put a really good settlement, a really good planet in there. Okay, so that's done. Costs me nothing, and I do draw a card because of my investment credit. That's good, except Doom World and Colony Ship don't give me the benefit of playing that. So I could pay that, but I'm more likely going to do Galactic Studios. And okay. Alright, so the robot didn't choose it. The robot does have credit, so the robot's looking for its own development to place into its tableau, and it did not find one. So that stays the same. I'm done. Moving on to settle, and I could settle. I absolutely could. I'm much more tempted to settle rare than anything I've got here. But I could pay 4 and put out just put that out because it's worth so many victory points. I can't use the colony ship. I'd have to pay a full-on 4 for that. Alright, so if I pay 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to pay 4 to put the deserted alien outpost into play. They get a commodity. I'll put it up here. We can figure this out. We'll be alright. And I don't get any bonus from that because I didn't select it, but I chose to settle nevertheless. And I don't think there's anything else I can do that benefits me. So the robot goes, draws 3 cards, and looking for an ordinary world. That's a military world. That's a high cost development and another high cost development. So that's going really well. And yeah. Oh, got to go here. So over to here, I have that commodity. So I can use a consume, but nothing will consume an alien good. So there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. The robot, still maxed out on the credit, gets 1 time their economy, which is 1 more point. And it's over. Alright, next turn. Well, I want cards, but I think it's going to be time to replace Colony Ship with something like that. So let's dig deep, let's leave that there, and let's settle. And we'll just put this into play. Alright, so the robot wants to develop and also settle. So I draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I wanted. So I get to keep 2. So we're definitely going to keep... That's got a decent consume. So we'll keep these 2. In fact, now I'll put that into play instead of that. The robot gets 2 to the draw pile. And now we're developing. Okay, well, I'm not going to develop anything. The robot chose develop, so she gets this one, and starts looking for developments. There it is. Sort of a low-cost development, so I'm happy with that. Sorry this is a bit crowded, but that's a destroyed alien outpost. I know you can't see all of it. I could move my draw pile, I guess. I had hoped this wouldn't be overly crowded, but I guess it is what it is. Maybe I'll make a slight adjustment for things you don't need to see fully in order for things you do need to see fully. Okay, so we're at the settle phase, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to nix the colony ship, which basically says I can discard this card from my tableau in order to place a non-military world at 0 cost. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to bring in New Earth. And because I placed a world and chose, I get to draw. That's my bonus. I get the Clandestine Uplift Lab, and I believe my turn is done. I don't think I have any other bonuses. Nope, I don't think I do. So I'm done. Robot, she gets to go, so she draws 3. She did choose it. So she's looking for a non-military world in her draw pile. 2 big developments gone by the wayside. I like that. She is moving very slowly. Not so much anymore, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are 6 markers. She's got 7 in play. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I can get a couple of big things here, I might be alright. So is it time to put in the Galactic Studios in place of this doomed world? I'm going to say not yet, but we're getting close. Getting close. Let's drill down again and what? We'll go for this guy. We'll go for this guy, or we'll hope that we drill down far enough to get a rare world. So we're going to settle. We're going to explore and settle. The robot is going to go back to old tricks and consume and develop. Alright, so I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 for my bonus, and then 5 more because I chose it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get to keep 1. I'll keep the deserted alien library just because it's worth so much. Okay, so that's it for me. Robot did not pick it, so they get 1 card for their draw pile. We're developing. I've got nothing to develop. The robot picked it, so they draw a card and look, and they got a development. Everything stays the same. Over to settle. Now here's the question. I am committed to settling, at least I do want to settle, so I think it's time to get rid of Doomed World. Does the same thing as I did last time, and I'll put in its place Galactic Studios. So that's okay. And it's not Windfall, so I don't get anything there. I did place a world, even though I used Doomed World to do it, I did place a world and I chose it, so I draw. Black Market Trading World, it's not a card I typically use. The robot didn't choose it, has lots of credit, so she draws 1, 2, and we'll be looking for a normal world. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. 3 points for her. And she picked that, so she loses a credit. Moving on to the Consume. So I get to use my Consume ability, but now that I have Galactic Studios, I can consume my alien good at the deserted alien outpost, so I will, and that's worth 1 experience and 1 card for me. Well, that's a good one, but not of use to me. Okay. The robot maxes out their credit once again and gets 1 time their economy, which is 1 more chip. And it's over. I think we're playing this fairly close. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to comment on. I think we're playing it fairly close. Alright, so what do I want to do? Getting that out would be okay. I don't have any bonus for it though, and I need 6 to buy it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I could come up with 2 more cards and place that. You know what? I'll do that because if I find a really good rare good, then we'll do that. So let's do that. So we're either going to play the Deserted Alien Library for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or we're going to find another rare situation, a rare planet, a rare commodity, and do well by that. Robot. Oh. That's the first time that their economy has gone up. All right. So now I've lost that one bonus here of looking at another card. So actually this time I only get the regular bonus, which is 1, 2, 3. And I have no military at all. So none of these matter to me. They're all fodder. So I'm going to get rid of I get to keep 2. So we'll keep 2. They're going to have a short life anyway. The robot's turn. She goes over to my settle phase. We committed to the Deserted Alien Library at the cost of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I do get to draw a card. And that's a commodity. Actually, to be fair, I suppose I should do it this way. Because it really doesn't matter what order as far as I know. So that could be a good card. That's not a good card for me, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, the robot also chose it, so she gets to draw 1, 2, 3 off the top, and she's looking for a normal world. Maybe we'll get lucky here, and we didn't really. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're certainly getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, one of us is going to end this game pretty soon. Alright, over to produce, which is actually nice. I don't mind having that. Although it only counts for one world here. I've got a commodity I can put on. Oh no, I got another one. I got Galactic Studios as well. So that's good. And I think I haven't been paying enough attention. Oh no, because we really have not had produce, have we? But for me, I've got this little bonus here on mining robots. I got a couple things actually. So I get to produce a good on a rare world, but or a windfall. Oh, I see. So I can do it here. Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay, so that's my bonus. Oh, I've got a lot of goods here. And this had the same thing. So the mining robots in the mining league had the same, but I don't. That's as far as it goes anyway for my commodities. So that's good. But what's this one? This one says, draw 2 cards after this phase if you produced more rare element goods than anyone else. Well, I certainly did. So let's take care of them first because it says after this phase. So they get 1 more to their economy. And the phase is over, which means I draw 2 cards because I produced more rare goods than anybody else. Well, that's exciting. New Galactic Order. I usually like that, obviously, when I'm doing military, but all of these cards, to me, are junk. Okay, but the game is going to be not much longer. I'm going to drill down and look for a world, but I'm not going to place it. I'm going to come all the way over here to ×2. Now, this is risky because they're also going to get a lot of consumption here. As for me, I've got 2, so I can get 6. Okay, so it works for me. I would love it if they don't get this, but we'll see. And they do. Wow. Okay, do they ever? Okay, so ×2 comes first, and then their asterisk is going to mimic me perfectly. So for my turn, I get to draw 2 cards. Plus my bonus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I keep 1. Looking for something better than this. None of these are anything that excites me at all. I can keep consumer markets just because it's worth a lot of victory points, but I don't think it's going to come to that. Alright, the robot selected it, so she draws 2 to her draw pile. Moving right along, we are now in the consume. So I go first. So this is good. I'm going to use mining robots. Or excuse me, no. I'm going to use this one, Mining League. So I can discard 2 rare for 3 experience, but I double that because I chose it. So I'm going to pick 1 rare, 2 rare. I'm going to tap that so I know what I've done. So that's for 6 experience for me. So that'll go there. And my other consume abilities. So I can do anything here for 2 cards and 2 experience, and that's the same. What's this one? Discard up to 2 rare for 1 apiece. That doesn't really do anything more. These are better. So I'm going to use New Earth to get 2 experience and a card. Okay, so well, 2 experience means I need to give 3 back. 1, 2, 3. And I got my card. And I also have 1 more consume power up here, which does the same thing. So we will give up the novelty good for 2 experience and a card. Okay. So I believe I'm finished. I believe I am. I think I am. Okay, so you get to go. So you get 4. So there's a 5 minus 1 is 4, and you advance that. So we're awfully close to the end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is fairly close, but I think they're winning right now. All right, what do I want to do? Possibly. No, 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 no. Possibly. Obviously worth more. I think we better just drill down, so we're going to do that again. And unless I tried to... That was a lot of experience. I mean, I could try to do that again. In fact, I'll probably get away with it 1 more time. Let's try. Let's try. Yeah, let's try. We're going to explore and produce. Try to get some commodities out here, and then hopefully we've got enough time left to gather some experience points. Alright, so they are going to develop, and that's not good because that's going to end the game. Yeah, this is gonna end the game because we only have 2 experience left in the pool, and once they snag them, it's game over. So I've got to get out as much as I can, and I'm very grateful they put that there because that's going to be, well, I guess it's at least 3 points. All right, so I'm drilling down. So I get to get 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, and I keep 1. I'll keep Alpha Centauri. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. It's not like I'm going to get anything out there. They didn't pick it, so they get 1 to their draw pile. Now we get to develop. I've only got 1 thing to develop, and that's consumer markets. So let's put it out at a cost of... I have my investment credits, so it's a cost of 4 to me. So let's go 1, 2... 3, 4, and I do get to draw a card because of my interstellar bank, although it doesn't really mean or do anything. There's no other bonuses for that. They chose it, so they get to draw 1, and they are looking for a development. I hope they don't find some cost 6 development. Ha ha ha! See, that just sucks. Okay. Let's see if that's the, you know, in the end, if that's what killed me. I don't know. All right, moving on to here, and they are going to get 6. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give them the 2 remaining experience points, and we're going to put that die there, which means another 4. I think you can see that, hopefully. So those are their experience points. As for me, I've got nothing left to consume. I did it all in the last turn, so I get nothing. They move on, and I can produce, but it amounts to nothing. They didn't choose it, so nothing. So it's game over. So we just have to add up. These are no good to me. These are no good to them. All right, let's see what they have. They've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to beat that. So let's just mark that down, what they got with these green dice. You can see it there, 42, that's their score. And I'll probably have about half of that. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 32, 33, 34, and then we've got Mining League. 34 for the mining robots is 35, 36. For the conglomerate is 37, 38. That's worth 39. 40, 41. That's it. I lose 41 to 42. So the robot's ancient race beat my old Earth, whatever that was, by 1 point. Anyway, that's Race for the Galaxy, guys. A game that I once hated, brought back out of the closet, dusted it off, and now I simply can't get enough. Cheers.